Chris Hardy after our final game this season at Birch Park. Ended in 1-0 defeat. What was your thoughts on tonight's game, Chris?
I think the best team won. I don't think there was an awful lot in it at half time, but I thought they slightly edged it, and then second 45 they found another gear, and unfortunately we didn't do enough to win the game. We didn't, create enough chances, which maybe could be classed as the story of our season. But yeah, I've got no complaints in terms of Guisborough taking all 3 points tonight. I just don't think we did enough to do that.
You must have been over the moon getting the job done on Saturday, getting the points we needed to finish third bottom.
Yeah, and just make sure that we didn't finish in that bottom two, because I know there's potential of reprieve, but obviously we didn't want to be finishing in the bottom two, and I think on the back of that, getting the 3 points on Saturday has allowed us to, avoid a 15-0 defeat this evening and stay out of the bottom two there. So yeah, that's pleasing.
So I mean, you've been here part of this season. How would you summarise your time at Bishop so far?
I can go off on a couple of different tangents here. I would have to say this is what we set out to do, which was obviously avoid relegation. Has it been more difficult than what I thought it was going to be? I think it has. Have I been happy with what I've been seeing out there on match day? Definitely not. I just said to the guys there, I said, we had a task, we had a job, and the job was to ensure that we stayed safe. And we've had some challenging times in there, and we've had some challenging times on the park, but we stuck together and we've managed to get over the finish line.
And I believe these are talking with yourself next Monday night at the club at 7 PM. I've been to a few of these events, and can you just explain what the purpose is? It's open to all fans.
Yeah, I think it's very important that what we've seen in my time as Bishop Auckland manager, that isn't the standard, that isn't the bar. And what I want to try and do on Monday is just allow people, to get in front of me, to ask me questions, possibly some difficult questions about what the future holds and what it looks like. I think that's really important, so we can re-engage, the fans with the playing side. And I know we haven't done enough, from the playing side to do that. We've done a job, and probably not much more than that. So I think Monday is a good opportunity for anyone that's got any questions or concerns or complaints to fire them direct at me, and I'm more than happy to obviously answer the questions there.
And looking forward to next season, what's your expectations? What's the targets you're going to be setting yourself in the team?
It may seem very hard to believe in the moment, but the targets have to be success. The club's geared for success. Very, very difficult to take on a relegation threatened side midway through a season, and a lot of the time the players that you're trying to earmark are either in contracts. A lot of the time you're having to sort of bring players in that maybe aren't featuring in other teams' sides, so it's difficult. But like you say, from next season's point of view, we've got to be looking at success. We have to be. There's going to be a big recruitment push in the summer, and there needs to be. I'd like to think that what we put out there on a Saturday afternoon, like I said, doesn't resemble what we've seen over the last 4 to 5 months, because it hasn't been good enough. It hasn't been good enough to bring success to the football club. I know that better than anybody. So my objective is, like you say, to bring in a group of players, and some of the players that like you say have been with us this season will be involved in next year. Some of the players won't be, but like you say, we need to bring in players that are going to allow this football club to do what it needs to be doing, really, and that's at the right end of the table, challenging for us.
Great, thanks for your time.
Just before I push off, obviously, I think it's a good cue to thank people. And I know, like you say, there's maybe people out there that don't always appreciate the efforts that go on behind the scenes. The chairman, obviously, being a massive help to you know, to ensure that everything's been in place for us to survive. Obviously all the volunteers, you know, a lot of them unsung and go, you know, and do their bit behind the scenes without an awful lot of fuss. Obviously the directors, again, you know, play a big part in the football club. And the players as well. Like you say, the players have, you know, we've had some in different times, but at the same time they've stuck together and they've ensured that we've got over the finish line. So like you say, you know, for everyone's efforts, just a big thank you.
No, well done.
Thank you.